It's Josh Johnson in 3D!
Ooh, I'm in 3D. Good popcorn. I've been traveling a bunch. I remember this is like maybe 2 trips ago to North Carolina. I stayed in this old house. It was incredibly old. It was one of those like Airbnb type things, but it wasn't through Airbnb. I was staying at someone's house and they were there. I was in their spare room and everything. And man, this house was old. It was old to the point where you were like, oh, this place has a history. Do you know what I mean? Anytime I don't see door knobs, anytime I see like wooden pegs and stuff, I'm like, yeah, something bad happened here. I might be the first person to sleep upstairs. This is terrible. But still, it was a place to stay, and and so I'm staying there and everything, and they gave me a little tour, told me a little bit of the history, and I was like, I'm sure you left a little out. And whenever I'm in a place like that, people talking about like ghosts and stuff, and here's the thing. I believe in ghosts as much as the average black person. Do you know what I mean? What I mean by that is that sometimes you're watching a show. You're watching a show, and then somebody's going on about ghosts, and I'm like, they didn't see a ghost. You know what I mean? Like, you could just tell from their attitude on the show. I'm like, no, they didn't see a ghost. But if you tell me there's a ghost in here, you're not gonna leave me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't believe everything everybody says, but I'm also not gonna play with it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I am a reasonable amount of superstitious. I am just superstitious enough to keep myself safe, Like I don't believe in everything, but like also I'm not gonna play with it. Like this is my thing. I got plenty of white friends, and white friends love to tell you about a ghost like they're telling you about a puppy. I'm like, well, 200 years ago. And so then I'm over here later taking a shower, right? And I do the thing sometimes, I think a lot of people do this, where if you're in a horror movie scenario, there is a part of you internally reacting to the horror movie you're in. It's almost like that little voice that you have in the back of your head that is watching the horror movie that you're in that has a little bit more sense than you're expressing in the moment. So even as I'm in this house, and against my wishes, my host had to run errands, so they've left me in the house. I'm in the house alone, and I gotta take a shower, right? In my head, I'm like, look, I'm gonna be fine. I'm just taking a shower in the place. I've already stayed here for, most of the day. Nothing weird has happened. I'm gonna take a shower, right? Now in the back of my head, the version of myself watching the movie, it's like, don't get in the shower! Get out of the shower, girl! What you doing? I get in the shower, got those old pipes, everything groaning, you turn on the pipe. I had to take a shower, but I don't trust any water that doesn't show up immediately. Do you know what I mean? No, I turned the knob. I turned it. It's been turned. And now I hear, As pipes, you don't get to complain. And so in fact, I turned the, and then the water comes out. That doesn't feel clean. To me, maybe I'm wrong, I'm not a plumber, but to me, water on delay always seems dirty. I'm like, where were you that you couldn't show up immediately? That is so nasty to turn a knot. And I gave it revolutions. I didn't twist it like a quarter just to, test the water pressure or get the temp or anything. I turned it fully on, and nothing was happening. And the water finally comes out. I'm like, why are you late? It's very distressing. And so, turn the water on for the tub, and then I pull it so it'll come out of the shower. And that took much longer, which is crazy. Is the water already up here? Did you get lost? Why? The water's already coming out of the faucet. I pull the thing up so as we come out of the shower. And then I hear brrr, 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 brrr. And then the water starts coming out. I didn't like the sound it made. Because it's over here. What you choking on in there? You know what I mean? Look, maybe I'm wrong, but water's supposed to listen to me. And so then I get in the shower, and, it was one of those things where there's a hot and a cold, right? But there's no order. You know what I mean? There's no organization. This is chaos. This is chaos we're living in, because this thing, you turn it 1/8 of an inch. You turn it 1/8 of an inch towards the H. It looked like an H. It was faded. You turn it 1/8 of an inch towards the H, and you will receive. You will receive some of the hottest. In the Bible, they talk about fire and brimstone. And far be it from me to give any edits, but I feel like a more accurate description would be fire, brimstone, and whatever is coming out of this shower right now. I felt it for half a second. And I didn't even have time to react to how hot it was. I just knew that I was burning. And so then I turned it, because once again, I'm used to showers. Been showering my whole life. All right? You're not gonna get me, okay? Because that's what these showers do. You turn it 1/8 of an inch, and then out of a reaction, you turn it the whole way, and then you freeze, right? I was like, all right, this is clearly too hot. I have very little time, and this is also what happened, because the response time, I don't know if this is such an old house that they just have somebody choosing the water temperature. Because I had turned it the 1/8 of an inch, right? And it didn't get hot right away, so I took a step back. So I'm over here just letting it hit my feet. And then I feel my feet catch on fire. And so now I'm dancing in the tub. Ooh, it's a hot recipe to kill yourself. I'm over here trying not to get hit by the water in the tub, and I know I only have a split second. Try to shoot my hand in. I know you're probably wondering, why didn't you just get out of the shower, come around underneath the water? You don't think like that in moments like this. Good for you. You've been through a lot more than I have, and so you come to these situations prepared, but I'm not expecting to be attacked in the shower. And so then I shoot my arm through and just turn it that little bit, turned it 1/4 of an inch cold. 1/4 of an inch cancels out that 1/8 of an inch of the hot, takes me back to where I was, which is like warm but not warm enough. And then I can maybe assess, maybe it's 1/4 inch this way, and then maybe maybe a quarter of an inch the other way. Maybe that'll get me back where I was, and I can do even like 1/16 maybe. Turn a quarter of an inch. And the way the icicles that shot against my body. I had already sacrificed my right arm in the hot water. So now I'm freezing, and at this point I did just get out and then try to adjust underneath the water. Throw the hand up. Finally get it perfect, right? I hop in, showering up and everything, and look, I appreciate them hosting me, but they had weird soap. Yeah, I mean, because they're those friends that make everything. So they made their own soap, and I was like, all right, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's sudsing up, but it's also like, I don't know, why is it shaped like this? Yeah, like, carve it into a rectangle or something. Just look like a collection of rocks. All glued together or something, so then it's not even like, I don't know, even as you're rubbing against your hands, you're like, this soap a little sharp. And so then suds up, I'm washing up and everything, and then I start to hear these noises, right? And this is too creaky of a house. Genuinely, I hated this house, because not only should I probably hate this house, but every step creaky. The floorboards need replacing. You open or close the door. At a certain point, I'm like, I get history and everything, but y'all, WD-40 has been invented. Y'all don't have to live like this. I don't see how y'all sleep. And so then, I'm in the shower, start hearing all these noises, and it genuinely starts freaking me out. Because then I'm like, could it be? If there was ever going to be a ghost, is here. Like, it is in this place. And so even as I'm showered, I'm like, there's probably not a ghost. But in the back of my head, like, there's a ghost! Get out the shower, there's a ghost! He on the other side of the curtain! I'd be lying if I didn't say it. This is so dumb, but I would open the curtain real quick. There are a couple times I just open the curtain real quick. Sudsing up and everything. And then I finally hear something from the room I'm staying in. That sounds like falling. It sounds like books falling or something like that. It's too loud and unorganized of a noise for it to not be something in there. And this is bad. This is the part of the horror movie where normally someone. And so now in the back of my head, myself that's watching me is like, didn't I tell you not to get in the shower? Because this is a precarious position to be in, especially as a man. As a man, you never want to be scared and wet. What do I look like? Scared and wet at the same time. The only people allowed to be scared and wet are firefighters. I'm over here in the shower, still suds, and everything I hear, huh! Can't be scared and wet. And so I decide, all right, look, I'm gonna go ahead, shut the shower off, I'm gonna dry up, and whatever it is, whatever is in that room, I'm gonna face it head on like a man, right? I'm gonna face it head on, because also there's no other room for me to go to. I literally have to, I actually have to exit the bathroom from the room that I came in. And so then I dry off a little bit. Whole time I'm still hearing like clunky sounds in there, just stuff moving, like just the sound of stuff like dragging. Like, and so even as I'm drying off, I'm getting myself ready. You can only prepare yourself so much. I forgot to bring my clothes in the bathroom with me. So I'm thinking in my head, look, if it's a person, I have a chance. Because a naked man is also a threat. I don't care where you are. You run in naked, you own that room. It could be the Oval Office. You run in the Oval Office naked, everybody, even Secret Service, like, oh! And so, go ahead and dry myself off. I wrap a towel around my waist and everything. I grab the metal. They didn't have a doorknob. I grab the metal little latch and take a deep breath. I unlatch it. I run out. Nothing. There's nothing in there except a very fat cat. This is one of the bigger cats I've seen. This cat was thick. This cat been living good. This is a very big cat. This one of those cats that didn't even look like he wanted to be big. You know, like, oh. Cat just look exhausted. Look like he been eating all day. Eating ghosts. This cat is truly one of the biggest cats I've ever seen. Cat looking at me. Then I'm like, all right, get out of here. You gotta go. You done scared me and everything. They didn't even tell me they had a cat. And so, and honestly, when you expect to see nothing and you see a huge cat, you aren't sure what it is right away. No. What I got was a cat. When I opened that door and saw that cat was so rude. That cat was on his back, perched up against the dresser by the head and the top of the back, legs open. The cat laying there like a drunk. Cat leaves the room. I get dressed and everything. Later on, we're having dinner. And I just told them, I was like, hey, y'all gotta chill with the ghost stories and stuff. Because they were about to tell another one. I was like, y'all, stop. Come on. And then I told them about what happened. I was like, I'm over here paranoid. That stuff, like, it stresses me out. I don't end up having good sleep and everything. Like, don't tell me about stuff like that. I was trying to take a shower, and then your cat scared me half to death. And they were like, cat? And I was like, stop playing. I can't stay here. If you don't have an obese cat, I cannot stay here right now. I can't be here. Oh. Got Easter coming up. And Easter's always a fun time because I have so many memories from when I was little and Easter would come around. Like, okay, when I was a kid, all of my friends, went to different churches and stuff, but like Easter Sunday's like one of the big ones. That's like when you go if you don't go. Yeah, I mean, it's like Christmas, Easter, that's when you show up to be like, oh, it's good to see you again, Pastor. Oh, yeah, been busy. But it was a kid, okay. It was a kid, Sean, that was a bully at church. It's hard to have a church bully. Yeah, but it's hard to have be going to Sunday school and then there's this kid that's over here bullying everybody, and then you hear it about how the Lord sees everything. And you're like, he can't cast Sean? Every week I'm over here. And Sean was he was a little bit bigger than everybody, but he wasn't like a big, strong bully. He was just he had the bully attitude. He would just walk up and try to take something from you, like you owed it to him, And there was this one Easter Sunday, he was walking up to everybody because everybody got little chocolate bunnies, little chocolate treats and everything. And he didn't do anything when it was being passed out, but later, throughout the rest of church, whether he was in the bathroom or he was walking by you, just walk up to you and he'd be like, give me your chocolate. And I imagine you would give him the chocolate, not just because you were scared of him, but you'd be like, what was that just now? That wasn't, because it was intimidating, because it was weird. It wasn't like a straw, he didn't say it with a deep voice, give me your chocolate. He was like, give me your chocolate. I'll give it to you just to stop you from doing that again. And he did it to everybody. It didn't matter who you were. Boys, girls, walk up, give me your chocolate. Just taking everybody's chocolate and just eating it right away. Eating it in front of them, too, because that's the type of bully he was. He would take your chocolate, eat it in front of you, and then when he got done, be like, chocolate. It was hard to accept his bully because it was just it would leave you asking questions. Do you not know you just had the chocolate? You said, give me the chocolate, you ate the chocolate, and then you said, chocolate. Do you narrate every part of your life? Sean likes chocolates. And so he did this I don't know how he got to everybody, but he took near everybody's chocolate, right? Almost everybody. To the point where this one boy had eaten 54 pieces of chocolate. And so then it was time for communion. And everybody's lined up, take the body, take the blood and everything. And you could tell something was wrong with Sean from afar. He was bubbling, He's over here, chocolate. And then he got up there, took a little piece of the bread, took part of the blood, and immediately, and not just not just a little bit either, not 54 pieces. He seemed to throw up for 12 days. This child, Here's the thing, when you're little and something like that happens, the panic sets in, and then the thing happens, and the thing is over before you know it. This wasn't. His mom had time to pick him up and run him down the aisle with him, whole time trying to talk to. And then after that, a rumor spread. A rumor spread about Sean that he was a demon. What do you expect us to think? As soon as he took the blood, the blood of Christ couldn't last 2 seconds inside him. And he threw up way more than he ate chocolate. That's some exorcism right there. Who knows? Maybe he was a demon and now it's out, but just... No, that's crazy. He wasn't even, he was a child. Threw up like a drunk man. No. a ton of memories around Easter. Like, I have a friend. His mom was trying to be more handy around the house, right? So she's over here trying to do some of the stuff that his dad would normally do, because his dad would travel sometimes. And she's like, I'm sick of waiting for you to get back to fix stuff. I'm going to learn to fix some of this stuff myself, because then you never want me to call anybody and have them come do it. You want to do it yourself, but then you out of town for like 2-3 days. I want to learn how to fix stuff up, be handy around the house. And so one of the things that she wanted to do was install AC window unit. Right? And the problem with how she installed it is it's how I would have installed it. Like, basically, she had it in the window, right? It's already heavy. And you got to close the window. And then it has those edges where you're supposed to screw into the windowsill, right? Now, some windowsills, especially if they have that like curved molding to them, they don't screw in as well. So then you have to come up with something else. You have to either screw in down to the top of the window that you push down, or right into the bottom of the window. And she didn't do any of that. So she didn't do any of those things at all. Basically, she closed the window extra hard and wedged a brick right under. She wedged the brick right here. Yeah, plugged it in, nice and cool. Nice and cool in the house. And because she had done it herself and she was all proud of it, you know, his dad came home and he didn't even really want to say anything. He's like, it's in there, you know. And there really is no place to screw in. These are short screws, and there's like a certain molding to the windowsill. So I guess that's that. And it lasted like that for a very long time, like through the seasons as well. Like it stayed in there for like a year, just like that, no problem, right? And then there was one Easter where the Easter Bunny was coming. The Easter Bunny was coming. This is a big deal. This is crazy. Who knew? As a child, who knew you could see the Easter Bunny? Because you don't really know the breakdown of who you're allowed to see versus not see. Like, you're never supposed to see the Tooth Fairy. You never see the Tooth Fairy at all. You're allowed to see Santa, but only at the mall, not in your house. If you see Santa at your house where he's supposed to come, things have gone terribly awry. If you see Santa at your home, he might not even give you your presents for some reason. You're supposed to stay asleep in bed. But if you see Santa, he'll be like, oh, you remember me from the mall. I can't give you your presents now. Those are the rules. I don't know why. But the Easter Bunny was coming. All the kids are so excited. Like, yeah, hooray. I'm gonna meet the Easter Bunny. This is going to be great. I wonder what he's like. Easter Bunny comes. Easter Bunny rings the doorbell. All the kids are excited because they told all the children, hey, you're meeting the Easter Bunny today. And especially, it makes sense. Easter Bunny, bright, nice colors, everything. You do the Easter egg hunt and everything. It makes sense it'd be daytime. I feel like if you run into the Easter Bunny at night, you have problems. This is a very different bunny. It's a very different season. Easter Bunny comes. Easter Bunny at the door rings the bell. His dad opens the door, and the Easter Bunny is bent over, holding his like bunny head with like red stuff all down his shoulder. Because the AC unit had fallen on the Easter Bunny. That window unit almost took the Easter Bunny out. managed to make it to the front door at the... Basically, what saved him is the top of his head was such a strong shell that it sort of broke most of the fall. And what actually happened was that in like that shell providing that cushion, he'd still got a little bit of a cut on his head, had to get stitched up. So immediately they opened the door, Easter Bunny over here bleeding. The children are screaming. You never want to see one of your childhood heroes covered in blood. And you don't even really understand the blood. You just know that like one eye looking this way and the other eye looking over here and the head's a little caved in and there's blood on the shoulder. And you never heard the Easter Bunny speak, but you hear, oh, no, oh. And so, of course, you're terrified, and you're just crying and everything. All the kids got herded to another room. They ran him in, stitched him up. Turns out it wasn't that serious, just like literally like cut right there. Stitched him on up. And parents being parents, you know, you want to give your kids the best. You want to, especially, you have a plan for how life is going to go. So then when it goes wrong, you want to make up for it even more. And people bend over backwards for their kids in ways that don't even sometimes make sense. You know? And that's why after stitching them up, they brought them back out to the kids to show that the Easter Bunny was all good. And the Easter Bunny himself is over here trying to like still put on a performance. This is the problem with the Easter Bunny. Nobody really knows what he's supposed to do. So Easter Bunny come out, same costume, same busted head, same blood on his shoulder, but now he over here. It's Easter, y'all. Like, how is the Easter Bunny supposed to dance? Like, at least when somebody dresses up as Spider-Man, you know Spider-Man moves. Like, if somebody's in Spider-Man for somebody's birthday, they can be like, here, right? Easter Bunny's just over here like, probably a little concussed, just a touch concussed. So some of these dance moves are a little involuntary. It's over here getting low for no reason. Easter Bunny tried his best, trying to calm these children down. Still see blood on the shoulder. Trying to dance and be jolly, but you hot in there. And you might be concussed, who knows? It's hard to have fun with a concussed Easter Bunny because he over here leaning on everybody. You go to hug the Easter Bunny and he hugging you, but he like really giving you his weight a little bit. Like, now you 8 years old holding up the Easter Bunny like, hey, my back. We do our best though. We do. Because we thought, we were positive that the Easter Bunny was dead. Like, we were sure. So when we saw him again, we were like, it's like, that's real Easter right there. No, it's bad. Crime is out of control. I don't know if you saw what's been going on in Europe, but 400,000 KitKat bars were stolen. When I first saw it, I was like, it's gotta be a joke. And then after the third news station covered it, I was like, I think this is real. This is a crazy heist because, okay, basically there was a truckload of these new special edition KitKats. These were KitKats specifically for right now because apparently this is, I don't even know if this is true, but I've heard enough times that I feel like it's safe to repeat. Apparently, more chocolate gets sold during like the Easter season than even Halloween. Yeah, because Halloween's all the candy. So you might think of like Hershey's Kisses, stuff like that, but Easter is when the chocolate really comes out. And KitKat had made these special edition chocolate bars be sold everywhere throughout Europe. And somebody sat down, came up with a plan. They heard about this delicious endeavor, and they were like, you know what? I gotta get in on this. It's all gonna be on one truck. This is one of the wildest Ocean's 14 plots. Because you would think, when you talk about robbing a truck, especially like a semi-truck or something, when you think about robbing a truck, you think about it in like a Sons of Anarchy, you know, those that like Breaking Bad era of A&E shows. Where there's somebody who's like in the truck the whole time, buried under a bunch of KitKats, and then they climb out and they got their Glock with them, and then the other guys pull up Fast and Furious style on either side of the semi-truck, and they have shotguns, and then they get on top of the car. You know, there's always that scene where somebody needs to get on top of the car, moving for some reason. Like you can shoot better when you're standing on top of a moving car. They climb out of the window, and then you see them. And they shoot at the driver, but then the driver's got his own shotgun because it's not his first rodeo. He's over here, pow! Another person has to climb under the semi. You know, they have to do that thing where they get close. It's a sports car, so it's lower. Sits lower. They can get under, hop out, climb under. Climb open the back. KitKats start flying all over. They're like, no! Trying to catch KitKats is just slipping through their fingers, but also hold on to the door. Somebody finally gets to the driver, puts the gun right in their face. Pull over. Pulls over. They knock him over the head, tie him up, leave him on the side of the road, drive off. With the KitKats. That didn't happen this time. No, none of that happened. They didn't even have guns. This was Europe. No, this was Europe, so they came up with a real plan. The heist was crazy because basically it was a dude driving the truck, and apparently there's like a real problem. I'm trying to remember what the name of the term is. It's like shadow shipping or something like that. And basically what they do is they follow the logistics of all of these of all these products moving, right? And they come up with where they should intercept it, where it's the most believable. And then they show up with fake paperwork, fake phone numbers for people to call to check out said fake paperwork. And then they take control of the truck, because in these businesses, these people are taught to like hand over the keys to the next person who's at the next stop and everything. And so they basically intercepted it, drove off with the KitKat truck. And then the guy who had the KitKat truck has to go back and be like, look, listen to me, all right? He had a clipboard and everything. How was I supposed to know? He had a clipboard, he had on the right vest, you know, the reflective vest, he had on one of those even though it was daytime. But no, he took off, and now nobody knows where those bars are. And then KitKat comes out and makes a statement about the whole thing. And the statement was a bit lackluster. It was like, well, at least the thieves have good taste. What are you talking about? What are you doing right now? This is what happens when you let weed be legal all across the continent. What? At least the thieves have good taste. Oh. And then they did something that most companies don't do. Usually when this sort of thing happens, they take it on the chin and then they just try to make up the shipment and everything, and they keep it to themselves because they're worried that the publicity from it happening might lead to it happening more. You know that this company is vulnerable because not only did KitKat come out and say, look, a lot of people would keep this to themselves, but we're KitKat. All right, we don't play by the same rules as these other bars, okay? All right, you're not talking to a Hershey milk chocolate bar right now. You're not talking to 100 grand. You're not talking to a zero bar. You're definitely not talking to a payday. All right, we're KitKat. All right, not Twix. And we're willing to say it, willing to come out and say it right now. As KitKat, we got robbed. They stole a whole truck. And so we will be not only making an announcement that we got robbed, we'll be flagging the batch numbers on the back of these boxes, because there are numbers on the backs of the boxes for the batch that they're in. And if they get flagged as sold, they'll see where these boxes ended up. They'll be able to trace it back maybe to the robbers. But if the robbers are smart and they sell a few boxes to convenience stores here and there all over Europe during this Easter season, they'll never be caught because those stores don't, really go by the batch numbers. And so they were like, we're going to be looking out for the batch numbers in case it comes up, which honestly only helps them sell more KitKats, because now people are like, I wonder if I got a stolen KitKat. I don't know, this was extra delicious. It seems naughty. Like I'm not supposed to have it or something. Check the batch number, check it. It was kind of like the opposite of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yeah. When I saw this, when I saw the story, I was like, huh, Sean? No, I can see him messing up the whole plan, like just walking up with the clipboard and everything, like we're ready to take over the shipment for you and everything, but instead of just sounding professional, it's like, give me your chocolate.
This is Josh Johnson. This is Josh Johnson in 3D. This is Josh Johnson trapped in 3D. What? Ow! 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 Help! Ow! Ow! Huh? Coming to you live through the interwebs, it's Josh Johnson in 3D! That's right, for 3 months only in 3Ds, Josh will be traveling the country to bring you 3 dimensions of hilarity. So sit back, pop some corn, put on those glasses, and enjoy the show! Showed up actually in 3D and previously recorded in front of a live audience.
I've been trying to make more friends, and I feel like sometimes the way that friendship starts can be unsettling, because friends have a responsibility to each other, and sometimes the responsibility comes before the friendship. So something happens, and then you're like, oh, as a friend, I should step up. But I don't know what type of friends we are, so I don't know if I have to step up like this, because this is the first test. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is where we find out if we're friends or people who have each other's number. I was in an Uber, and when I was in the Uber, got chatting with my driver. It was a long ride to the airport, so we're just over here, commiserating about some stuff. We talked about politics, talked about like background, everything, how we grew up and stuff. And then I heard a noise, and it was like it had like I don't know how to describe this because I don't know cars that well, but just know that, just imagine, I want you to close your eyes and imagine you're in a car and it's going so this car's choking on what, I don't know. But he's just talking and he's just going on, and I'm asking him what I try when I ask people questions to ask interesting questions, not just a regular like how's your day going, just like something, especially if you give me some information about yourself. So I'm asking him some more questions about, like where he grew up and what his dynamic is with his family now that he's moved away versus like what he thought it'd be when he was younger. And he's telling me because I'm asking these elaborate questions, but the whole time all I can really hear is like and I didn't want to interrupt him, but finally I had to be like, "Yo, dog, do you hear your car right now? Like you drive it every day, so like maybe it just does this at 3 p.m. and you don't pay it any mind, but like this is concerning because it sounds like it's happening under me." And then finally I'm like, "Hey, can you hear your car?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's weird, right?" I was like, in my head, I'm like, have you been hearing it the whole time and you just weren't going to say anything if I didn't say anything? And then we broke down. Yeah, the car broke down. And the way the car broke down is it wasn't all at once, but we started to go slow when I could tell his foot was on the gas. Like I could see him like kind of giving it a little bit, and we were still coming to a stop. And so I was looking out the windows and everything because I noticed all the other cars were going pretty fast. And finally we stopped, and he's like, "Oh man, I guess it was really serious." And now I don't know what to say in this situation because I'm like, yeah, I guess so, but I don't know anything about cars. Like, I wish I was that dude that could be like, we'll be out of here in a jiff. Pop the hood. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I knew about cars so bad. Sometimes I see cars and I'm like, I think the engine's in the front. Like, I don't know anything about cars at all. Like, even when they change the oil, I never really know what they're doing. I used to go to Pep Boys with my mom, and then she'd get the oil change, and they pull that stick out. I don't know why they have to have a stick in there to make sure there's oil in there. They pull a stick out, and they look at it with the rag and be like, seems dirty. And then they just put it back. I don't even know what they were looking for. I thought they were looking for like how deep the oil went on the stick, but then I was like, that can't be it, because they were looking at like the quality of the oil or something. They put it back. And so once we broke down, I was like, dang, yeah. This has never happened to me before. And he was like, this has never happened to me before. Man. What are we gonna do? I was like, we? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the moment where if you're friends, this is where a friend steps up and is like, but I still had to get to the airport. Like, I was like, hey, I'm gonna call Lyft. Because in the moment, it felt best to switch apps. Like, I know this is one car, but in the moment, it felt like a whole thing. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get a Lyft. And so I ordered a Lyft while we waited in the car. And I felt, the whole time I felt, wow, I was like, should I offer to give him a ride? Like, no, I just mean he was giving me a ride. And then my Lyft came, and the pickup spot is you usually standing outside. That's why I felt bad for my Lyft driver because this dude pulls up and sees me get out of a car. Pop the trunk, grab my suitcase, lean over to him. Can you pop your trunk? Then I sit in his car and we drive off, and then I look back and my Uber driver waved. I was like, am I a bad friend? I didn't know we had a responsibility to each other like this. I'm sorry. Man, what was I supposed to do? I was late now. Even when I've been with friends that I've known for long, like, you just stay decently in touch and everything, or you see each other once in a while. Like I used to live in Chicago, and sometimes I go back and visit Chicago, and I see my friends that I made when I was there, and we only see each other when I'm there. They don't really come to New York, and I don't really meet up with them anywhere else. When I'm back in Chicago, we make sure to hang out. And I was with my boy, he was walking, going to get some food, and out of nowhere, a mini drone, like the toy, it fell out of the sky, fell on him, right? Like hit him in the head. And I wish I was better in a crisis, because when it happened, okay, so when it hit his head, I went for cover too fast. But in my mind, I'm like, drones falling. Like, how am I supposed to know it's just this one? How am I supposed to not target and attack? Maybe they were trying to get me. I talk very reckless about the administration. I'm over here. Maybe this one was meant for me. I know it's like child size. It wasn't like the full spy drone. The big old drone that was like when those drones were over New Jersey and everybody could hear them. They were like plain loud. It wasn't one of those. It was really one of the ones you would get, Christmas Day. And then you go out and, and thing came out of nowhere, hit him in the head. And by the time he grabbed his head to react, because it hit him hard, so he was clearly hurt, when he looked up to turn back to me, we were walking on the sidewalk together, but by the time he looked up at me again, I was under an awning that was like... Look, I hate being a coward, but it makes you fast. You know what I mean? Like, I was really knees to chest with it. I wasn't even sure it hit him by the time I ran. Man, you ever start dodging before something even coming at you? Bad. And once again, my friend over there, and he even had like a little touch of blood from a cut, like behind his ear and everything. And he was looking at this thing, it's in pieces, shattered. And he, I knew I had better self-preservation skills than he did, because this is the dude that got hit, and it still took him a while to be like, this dude got hit, was like, oh. When you've been hit from above, don't look up. Are you out of your mind? That's where the trouble came from. This dude got hit in the head from above, and it was like, is there more? So he looked over at me like, I was like, get over it. He came under the awning. He was like, once again, I had a friend ask me, what are we gonna do? And I'm not proud of it. But I told him, I was like, it seemed like they after you. Whoever this is, I don't have anything to do with this. I don't live here anymore. I'm not going down with you. It's very important, especially as men, that we hold on to, that we maintain strong friendships. It's very important, because on our own, like really solo, isolated, men, we don't do well Because when we don't have friends, when we isolate ourselves as men, we do end up, shooting. This is true. Yeah. At least if you have friends, you're like, hey, y'all want to go shoot targets together? It is still very difficult and a skill to just have the courage to walk up to a person that you may never see again, that you don't have to have anything to do with, and become friends. Like I even look at myself, and I have friends through comedy that I wouldn't have met if it wasn't for comedy, because comedy's the thing, that's the main thing we had in common. We wouldn't have been friends outside of comedy because we just would have never run into each other in any other space, in any other way. And that goes for people who do lots of different things, people who do music, any special interest. This might be the one thing where you met this person you would have not met otherwise. I said all that to say I could not have imagined, if you gave me all the time in the world and a list of anyone who had ever lived, that Kid Rock and RFK Jr. would be this close. This is wild. This is like, I did not see this coming. Kid Rock and RFK Jr.'s friendship is out of this world. I've truly never seen anything like it. I've seen plenty of like middle-aged to older men become friends, but the way that they have bonded feels different. It feels very different. They put out an ad. They put out an ad, and for those of you who have not seen the ad, it's gonna sound like I'm lying until you watch the ad. You have to watch the ad to believe what I'm telling you, but this happened, and I cannot be one of the few people that knows about it. It went viral. This is what's annoying about viral now, is that it went viral in a way that still didn't hit everybody enough for everybody to talk about it. Because then there were people who saw it that you could see that day who saw it and who hadn't seen it. Because the people who saw it were like... Everyone who saw it looked like somebody poured Sprite in their eyes. Like it was... I remember I was watching. It was confusing more than they. Okay, so RFK Jr. I think his next move is like, hey, let's get these ads out there. Let people know that they should be healthy. Which is usually something you have to make an advertisement for. Like, I can't believe they're spending real money. They're spending like Super Bowl commercial level money to be like, yay, yo, hey, remember apples? No, yo, hey, look, they still here. Don't forget apples, all right? Like, put the Oreos down. We're not gonna do anything to take all of the toxic chemicals out of the candy and the cookies and the stuff, but put it down, even though it's incredibly addictive. Pick up an apple that's probably genetically modified. Just apple, just remember apple. And so this ad starts with Kid Rock and RFK Jr., shirts off, right? If I had to see it, you have to hear it. Over here groaning already. It's gonna be a long night if you're over here. No, it starts out with RFK Jr. and Kid Rock, the two beacons of health. Like two of the healthiest people I've ever seen. If you had just met people and then you saw them, you'd be like, that's people and health right there. The ad, it starts with RFK Jr. and Kid Rock flexing shirtless for a different camera. They're not looking at the camera filming them, they're over here. And look. The olive branch that I do have to it is true. It's just a fact that RFK Jr. is like 70 and he is ripped. That is happening. He does have muscle. It does look like somebody poured it into a mold of a person, but it is muscle. Like he is. No, you know what I mean? Okay. No. Anybody here who grew up on dollar store toys knows that general toy that they made. You know that toy that they clearly used like the Superman mold for, but they didn't have the copyright for Superman, and so he was like Mr. Man, and so then they poured the plastic in that mold, and they didn't even make him white. He was like pink, it was like that. It was like RFK Jr. looked like if a raisin did push-ups. Like he does have the muscle. Like you can see with his shoulders and everything, his arms. Like, all right, he has the muscle, and it makes me wonder what fitness means. Because he does look like I'm being honest. I'm just trying to be fair. RFK Jr., when you talk about just like his figure, he does look healthier than most 70-year-olds. But then everything he says seems like it would kill anybody. Like everything he describes doing, he's like, oh yeah, I just been eating wheatgrass for 67 years. You're like, nothing else? No. And that's not even, that's a bad example because that's not actually a true thing he said. A true thing he said was that he eats roadkill. And it's like that, all right, I feel like that would take me out, so. It feels like a weird balance of health that he has. Like in one instance, he's like ripped at 70. It's like, okay, how do you pull that off? And then he'll also talk about eating a bear carcass. And you're like, there's no way. There's just no way. And so it starts with them flexing at what looks like a different camera. And Kid Rock got a towel over his shoulder that's covering up a lot. It's covering up a lot of body. And I get it, because if I'm honest, like once again, I'd say a lot of things. But if I had to stand next to RFK Jr. and he looked better than me, I'd have a whole toga on. I'd be like, you're not catching me today looking smooth while you looking ripped. That's not the cards for me. And then it shows them, the camera pans to a taxidermied bear with a hat on, holding what looks like a sword. And that's when I started to lose where we were doing health. Even if the ad was like 2 seconds and it was them be like, ugh, and then it was Make America Healthy Again, I'd be like, all right, that's weird. But at least it was all about like looking a certain way. Once I saw the bear, I was like, uh-oh, what's happening? And then it said like Kid Rock and Robert Kennedy Jr. present. And as soon as it said present, you could hear Kid Rock in the background doing one of his songs. The way they layered the ad as far as like just sonically, like the mix is insane, and then visually too much is going on. Because then you had a Kid Rock song play. I don't know what he was saying. So that's in your ear, right? So if you had your AirPods in, you're like, who in the room with me right now? Because it doesn't look like a music video for what they do. And then in front of you, you see the image of the bear melt to just the flag flowing and a shark for no reason. Also, it's very important that I point out, it's been 4 seconds. The whole ad is insane. You gotta watch it. So you see the shark for no reason, and the shark that pops up out of the water, I'm like, is that the shark from Jaws? Like, What does that have to do with anything? And it said that Kid Rock and Robert Kennedy Jr. present Rock Out Workout. And then you see a bald eagle, once again, for no reason. Found footage, it looks like, of a bald eagle flying. And then they cut to RFK Jr. and Kid Rock walking, like, away from the camera. We're looking at their backs now, walking away from the camera in slow motion. All right? The problem with the slow motion that they did is that it seems like in real life, Kid Rock and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. were just walking slow. So it's extra slow motion because it was slow movement. So what are you slowing down? If they had been running, you'd be like, oh, they about to get it because it's slow. But they were like... And then while we're cutting between them walking in slow motion, we see them holding a flag outside by the pool across what looks like a mini Statue of Liberty. Kid Rock's house is insane. If this is his home, I don't know why he has anything in there the way he has it. And then Kid Rock is taking his shirt off, once again, in slow motion. It's up in the air. And then right as he's about to, like, pop RFK Jr. on the butt with his shirt, we see flames, just flames like an explosion. And then it cuts to them working out, and it's RFK Jr. doing the curls. And once again, RFK Jr. has, like, genuinely, like, has a strong looking body. Kid Rock looks exactly how you think he would look. Like, I've never seen somebody's body, because okay, remember in COVID when you met people masked up and then you finally saw the second half of their face and then you realized you didn't put faces together the way you thought you did? Do you remember those old slide games where you'd have to, like, mix and match faces, and you're like, I played that when I was little. I know what the bottom of their mouth looked like. And then as soon as they took off the mask, like, as soon as everybody vaccinated, we could take them off, and you saw them. I met so many people twice. When I tell you people who I met and I became friends with during COVID, and then they over here, hey Josh, how you doing? I'm like, hi, sir. How are you? Didn't recognize him at all. I don't understand how faces work in the league. If you cut off here, you basically don't have a face to me anymore. So then you see Kid Rock, and you see him working, like RFK Jr. is, like, working out, and then you see Kid Rock doing some sit-ups. And they cut from the first sit-up that he was doing by himself to a sit-up where RFK Jr. holding his feet. Which means the people making this insane ad, this truly, like, out of human consciousness ad, saw Kid Rock do a sit-up and they were like, not like that. And when it got RFK Jr. to hold his feet, and look, you should hopefully be in a position where if you are out here doing sit-ups, you can have a friend, they're working out with you, that holds your feet. I'm not making fun of that at all. What I do think is unfortunate is that clearly they had done several takes because Kid Rock did the first sit-up no problem. I don't know what happened between sit-up 1, 2, and 3, but the third one, seemed like he was fighting for his life coming up. First one, he's over here. Second one. Third one. I was like, y'all just use the earlier takes. Like, y'all already had flames for no reason. Why do you have to use the actual take of him struggling a bit? And then after that, we see them in a sauna. And they're in the sauna, and maybe I've been using saunas wrong my whole life. I thought you got in the sauna to like sweat it out, or, you know, I thought you were supposed to sit in there, chat about business or something like that. They had the exercise bike in the sauna, which seemed like a guarantee for a heart attack. That seemed like a heart attack recipe right there. Just get a sauna, get an exercise bike, hop on and die. And so they took turns. Whoever was on the exercise bike was, you know, looking at the camera, and then the other one would just be in the background of the sauna doing push-ups. And I was like, all right, I guess if you're trying to sweat extra, this makes sense, but I've always just sat in the sauna. Right afterwards, RFK Jr. walks out of the sauna and jeans on. Hops into a cold plunge. Let me tell you the psychotic behavior of jeans on cold plunge. A cold plunge is already something you have to get your mind right to do. You already have to get yourself, all right, it's gonna be good for me, helps the muscles, calm down the nervous system, whatever your reasons are for getting in there. To get in there in jeans means that you have left society behind. I saw this man hop into a cold plunge in jeans. I'm like, there's no human way. This man hopped in, and obviously barefoot. Took off the socks and the shoes like you would before you get in, but left the jeans on. Do you not wear underwear, sir? I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, no, I actually just wrap my undergarments in barbed wire. It's good for... He gets out of the cold plunge and then just starts walking around Kid Rock's house looking for Kid Rock in what is one of the worst like stage sketch portions of anything I've ever watched. Because he's clearly supposed to, like, for this next scene, find Kid Rock and then bring him to do the next activity. Because Kid Rock's lounging around, right? He's not taking it serious. Come on, Kid Rock, we got more working out to do, right? The problem is he walking around Kid Rock house wet, in wet jeans, stops right in front of the camera and goes, "Where's Kid?" Not only do you know the answer, but please, I'm begging you, in the time that we're living in the year that we're living in this administration that we're under, please, as a 70-year-old man, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, please do not walk around soaking wet in jeans saying, "Where's Kid?" The idea that this man walk around somebody's house dripping wet, "Where's Kid?" You better have dementia. You walking around here, "Where's Kid?" And then he finds Kid Rock lounging around in the pool and everything. And then he's like, come on. So they can go play pickleball. Pickleball. The healthiest pastime of all time. Pickleball. They had a little face-off, and then every time they hit the ball, it would either be lightning bolts or flames that they had imposed onto the screen. But they play a couple of serves of pickleball, and then they go back to the pool. RFK Jr. takes his shirt off again, and then with jeans, in jeans, jumps into the pool. He loved being wet with jeans. This man's favorite thing is being wet with jeans. I thought it was eating roadkill, but apparently it's being wet with jeans. And then they both had a glass. They both had a glass. They both toasted. They knocked glasses together. And it wasn't water. It wasn't water. You should drink your water. It's good for you. Please drink water. Stay hydrated. It's very important, especially when it's hot out. Drink your water. Drink water every day. Take care of yourselves and drink your water. They were not drinking water. They were drinking milk in the pool. This is one of the sickest things I've seen in a long time. This is Look. If you come to my house and drink milk in my pool, I'm calling an exorcist. I'm calling an exorcist immediately. There's no way you should be drinking milk in the pool. I was raised, personally, I don't know about y'all, but it's hard to tell what was like actual passed down wisdom and what was just stuff people told you when you were little. I was told you shouldn't eat or drink 30 minutes before you get in the pool. I thought that they were like, don't do that, you'll cramp up. You know what? My mom would tell me that all the time. Don't get in the pool if it's been less than 30 minutes since you ate or drank, you'll cramp up in the pool and you'll die. And the confidence with which she told me I'd die was startling, because I'm like, but you'll be there. Like, why would I still die? She made it sound like she'd stand at the edge of the pool and be like, I only save people who listen, so sound like that's you. No, I was, blown away. I was like, I don't eat or drink 30 minutes before you get in the pool. I even heard some people grew up hearing 45 minutes. I don't even know how that's possible. If you have a pool party, nobody's gonna make it in, But they were sitting in the pool drinking milk, and then the text came over on the screen that said whole milk. As if that was our problem with this. As if they jumped in the pool and started drinking milk and we were like, that better not be 2%. I'm gonna lose my mind if they drinking 1% milk in the pool right now. They even had the whole milk font they used was also disgusting because it was dripping. It was like, remember the Goosebumps font? Like, it was that. It said that, but whole milk. And the W falling off, like a W dripping. It looked like, you remember Slime Time on Nickelodeon? It was like, they just toasting and drinking whole. Oh, imagine. Oh, this is so unfair. Imagine being in the pool and somebody got a milk mustache on. No. If you ever in the pool with somebody and they got a milk mustache and then they go under the water, drown them. Like, that's not somebody we need back up here with us. That's insanity. Ugh. It's very weird just to watch them in the pool together, and then they were over here toasted. Kid Rock raised his glass of milk, mouthful of milk, and then came over black, make America healthy again. And the thing about an ad is it's supposed to raise awareness or make you want something. And in this ad alone, you've turned people off of saunas, off of cold plunges, off of jeans maybe, who knows? Like this. I put on my jeans today, was thinking about how RFK was dripping in Kid Rock's house. I've been trying to find positive things on the internet, which has been difficult. It's difficult when you have a problem of being like chronically online, but you also want to be positive. I was in a roller coaster this past week. That little monkey punch. Yeah, this is crazy. All right, for those of y'all not on, I know you probably didn't see it because as viral as it went, it's all splintered now. So there was this little monkey called Punch, which already too cute of a name. You got to name him like, Derek or something. You can't just like Punch is like too sweet. And it's a baby monkey, and he's at the zoo, and he wasn't accepted by the other monkeys, and so the zookeepers gave him like this little plushy monkey. And so he brought the plushie monkey everywhere with him because it was his only friend, you know. And it was really sweet to see him with the plushie. But then he'd go up to other monkeys and they'd be like, like some of the monkeys are actually bullying him, which was really sad to watch. He was running from me, he was scared and stuff like that. But then every once in a while he'd walk up to the monkey and then another monkey would be like, is he carrying a dead body? Like he's like, I couldn't decide if the monkeys didn't like him because he had a toy and they didn't, or didn't like him because they didn't like how attached he was to the plushie. But then there was a part of me that was like, no, if you're a monkey, you don't have any concept of what like a plushie is. So they're probably like, I think this little one, they named him Punch, he probably killed. You know he murdered a monkey. And so we're all on the internet like, leave Punch alone. But the monkeys in there are like, yay, look, if he walk up, you gotta square up because this one to kill him. This one really, he really lived that life. You see, he killed that other one, been dragging him around and hugging him. No, he been hugging. That's a real psychopath to kill somebody and then be like, I miss you, dog. Like that's terrifying. I've never seen that in my life. I had to be rescued from the wild. I've never seen anything like that ever. Joe was crazy. And so then you saw them like, he would walk up and they run away and everything, or they like, ignore him, like they just straight up turn around. And that was probably one of the coldest. A monkey turning around on you is so disrespectful because you know how smart they are. Like that means they exactly mean to do that. You know what I mean? Sometimes my dog will fall asleep with me on the couch and he'll fall asleep close. It's very sweet. He has his little legs like on my chest, something like that, and I'm watching TV, I'm laying my head on the pillow, and then he'll fart. This dog will fart. This dog farted in my eye. This dog farted way too close to my face. Because when they're laying there so cute, you forget that they can be disgusting. And so you let them lay too close to you or the pillow. And so my dog farted. I spring up because my dog has farted in my right eye. And because I spring up, my dog wakes up. When my dog wakes up, he's like, oh. It's not intentional at all. When a monkey turns its back on you, it means exactly what we mean when we turn our backs on you. Like, Punch would walk up. Hey, y'all. How's it going? They turn around. At first, when I first saw it, I got mad. I was like, y'all leave, just let Punch hang out with you. Y'all not going anywhere. It's a zoo. There's nowhere else for you to be. You might as well make friends. You got your minds over here ostracizing little Punch. That's why he got the plushie down, because y'all not nice to him. But now, when I think about it, like, let's say Punch is right here, and then walks up, and he's like, hey. And then you turn around. Maybe they weren't turning around like, Maybe they were like. Okay, y'all, wait, is he still behind me? Is he still behind me? Well, if you don't know, look.
Mira.